Waging War on Corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Well, I've done a lot of interviews with a lot of amazing people. But I have to tell you, this is the most excited I've ever been to have a guest on. He's with us for the full hour. He's in Tucson, Arizona. He just played the Super Bowl pregame last night. He is a global icon, an American institution. There's probably nothing more Americana. In fact, they've had polls overseas of Europeans, Asians, others, and they say, who's Americana? What symbolizes America and Texas? And it's Willie Nelson. But it's not just his music that I grew up listening to and that I love. It's not just the films he's been in. It's the work he's done for humanity. And it's his incredible spirit. I had a chance to briefly meet him a few months ago here in Austin where he lives. We're honored to have him hail from here. And I was just struck, and I said that on air, by the down-to-earth and really just the Obi-Wan Kenobi level zen-ness. It's not an act. He's an incredible person. I'm not going to gush. He doesn't like it. Willie Nelson, thank you for spending time with myself and the audience.
Well, thank you, Alex. I was enjoying that introduction. Thank you.
Well, you deserve every bit of it, sir.
Thank you. I'm glad to be on your show. I'm a big fan and have been for years, and I've watched your videos and listened to you on radio, and I'm always checking in to see what you're doing, and you're doing a great job.
That's amazing. It humbles me. I better do a really good job of Willie Nelson's tuning in, along with the Japanese Parliament every day. Willie, this is a quick segment. We're going to come back in a long 20-minute segment. But, I asked you before the interview, I said, what do you want to talk about? And you said, whatever you want to get into. Let's talk about some fun stuff first. Tell me about what the band's doing, your new song, Gravedigger. What's going on?
Well, we have this new album that's out. It's called Moment of Forever, and it's a song that Chris wrote. And it's probably the greatest love song I've ever heard. And then we got couple of videos coming out of the album. The Gravedigger is one. And then we did another video that's coming out in a couple of months. We did it down at my ranch there at Texas out there. And it was a video with me and Jessica Simpson and Owen Wilson and Woody Harrelson and all the Wilson boys and Ray Price and Johnny Bush. And we just had a big crowd down there in town, and we had a lawnmower race. I wish you'd have been there. You'd have had a lot of fun.
I actually heard about it from Turk Pipkin and other people.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what we're into, and we're out here doing a couple of songs off the album every night.
You've got quite a few websites. What are some of the sites people can visit to see your latest info?
Well, there's willienelson.com, and my daughter does a column every day to tell everybody what we're into out here. And there's the willienelsonpri.com, which is a website set up. I did it originally to try to organize all the peace organizations in the world, and did a pretty good job of doing that, I think, because there's a whole lot of networking going on there about people talking about peace. And then I wrote this song with my daughter Amy called Peaceful Solution. And I put the song on the website and told people they could, record it, rewrite it, or sing it, or put their band behind it, or whatever. I just gave them the song, basically. And so far, over 100 people have recorded that song and videoed it. The University of Texas did 2 videos on it.
Amazing. Go ahead, Willie.
I was just saying, I'm just fooling around.
Well, it's fantastic, all of it. It seems like your music just gets better and better. You are a driven individual, and that's what I want to ask you when we get back. What drives Willie Nelson? What does Willie Nelson think is most important in this world? What is your philosophy summed up? I know your book that I read just last week, The Tao of Willie, is amazing, and I learned a lot from it. We'll talk about that. Biodiesel, hemp, the war, Dennis Kucinich, Ron Paul. It's all coming up with the legend, the icon, Willie Nelson.
For years, you've been hearing about Herbal Healer Academy. High quality you're looking for the free
5, 6, 7.
Country legends, music legends, political activist legends. Pretty much the icon of music. And he is quite a survivor. Willie Nelson, again, thank you for being with us. I wanted to throw out that question, I mean, about your life growing up. What made you the way you are, why you've always stood up for the little guy, the farmers and people in Africa, and just so many others. Why did you go in that direction in your life?
Well, I don't really know, except the fact that I grew up in a town in Abbott, Texas, which is a little small community farm town, and I knew everybody in town. Everybody knew me. We had 3 or 4 churches there, 4 churches. So in one way or another, you went to church every day and every night of your life. And I learned, if I learned anything, I learned that all those places, sometimes the Baptists wouldn't talk to the Methodists, or the Church of Christ wouldn't talk to the Catholics, but they were all trying to do the same thing, and they were just divisions, even in that small town. But the one thing that I did learn out of it was the golden rule: you do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And that's maybe that and Amazing Grace I pulled out of Abbott, Texas, and I think those 2 things alone have been really good for me.